So there's a lot of wealth in Hamburg. It has more millionaires per capita than any other German city. But we've also got a sense that there are shadow sides to the city's economy. Joining me in the studio from Hamburg is economist Thomas Straubhaar. Thank you very much for coming in. Now, you're originally from Switzerland, but you've been living in Hamburg for, what, over 20 years? What puts Hamburg aside from other cities or other regions in Germany?
Sure, it's the geographical location. It's located at the second largest harbour in Europe. So it is the gate to the world, or the trade to the world place. And so for sure this is something that increases the standard of living for everybody coming from far away.
And talking about people coming from far away, foreign workers, I mean, Hamburg prides itself on being very international. What is the reality, though, for foreign workers there? Yeah,
unfortunately, the reality looks a little bit different from this self-picture the Hamburgians have. That means that the mentality may probably be not so open for foreigners, that it is difficult to get somehow familiar with the customs and how you go with each other along. And so it may be difficult to really get into the Hamburgian society as a foreigner.
But I guess Hamburg needs those foreign skilled workers just like the rest of Germany at the moment.
No doubt about that. I mean, no other city than Hamburg is so much dependent on foreign workers, because these are the bridges to the world. You need people, employees that could go outside and speak to the other cultures, have an idea of what's going on far away. And so this is a dependency even more intense than for other cities.
Now, the harbour is a moneymaker, but as we heard in that report, some ships can't use the Elbe because it's not deep enough. Is Hamburg in a tricky position there? Could it be sidelined as being a global port?
Absolutely. I mean, this is the strategic problem Hamburg has, that there is a kind of a conflict between environmental reasons, to protect the environment, to keep this high standard of living for the people that are already there. And on the other hand, you have to modernize the harbour, you have to get able to host these container vessels in the kind they are right now.
So how is the city coping with that balancing act between environment and business?
That's the big quarrel in Hamburg, that most people, they of course see that it is needed to modernize the harbour, but there are others that are going against, and so this is a conflict that is not yet solved.
Another conflict at the moment as far as construction goes is the Elbphilharmonie, the concert hall. It's way behind. It's gone over budget by hundreds of millions. What's gone wrong there?
Sure, that is not so unusual that such a big project may probably be oversized at the end, that the costs are higher than planned at the beginning, that it takes longer to build it.
But is it damaging Hamburg's reputation?
Probably in the short run, yes, but not in the long run. I think in the long run we will be very happy to have such a light tower in our city.
Those examples, is Hamburg being held back from its potential?
Yes, sure, there are still some factors that could be improved. Innovation is one, infrastructure is another one, internationalization will be a third one, and as we have just talked about, being modernization of the harbour, there will be some problems to come.
Okay, so still a lot of work to do in Hamburg. Mr. Straubhaar, thank you very much for your analysis.